I'm Caitlin Burt, and I'm here with Modern Tribe TV. Today we're here with Billy Whitehouse. Billy, thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, Billy, you fill a void in the Michigan film industry. Many people see you as the insider, their scoop on what is going on in the area and how to get involved. So how did you become involved in the film scene?
Well, it was back in 2007, and I was playing around on stage, and I saw the opportunities that were coming up, and I saw a lot of opportunities were not fulfilling because people didn't know about them. So I figured if I could start putting together people with who has what and people with who wants what, then there'd be more things happening and more auditions. I was kind of looking to create my own opportunities in itself.
So what made you want to be so generous and give all this information to everyone who could possibly compete with you for these same roles?
I was doing some classroom training at a company called Landmark Education, and it was all about playing big in life. And I had to get over this conversation that was going on in the back of my head that said, you're just going to make your own competition at auditions. And I got to the space where I realized that if we build it big enough, there's going to be so many opportunities for everyone that everyone's going to be able to have a good time.
And now you have such an expansive network of people that follow you. How do you get your information?
A lot of it, people are coming to me. They have opportunities, whether it's educational opportunities or casting calls, and they contact me and we get in a conversation of what can I do to assist them to get the word out.
Awesome. So what is your payoff from this? Do you get anything out of helping all of these people find parts in movies?
Really there's a satisfaction that I'm contributing something that's bigger than myself. I grew up, around Thanksgiving going to Chicago, going, this is a really cool city. Why don't we have a city like this? Well, we really have the opportunity to create something new with Detroit. Invent a city however we want it to look. And the creative class is so powerful and so empowered with doing that. There's new projects that are coming up, and it's just, to be part of that is really inspiring.
Great. So you've been in many movies in the area, and you started acting here. You've been in so many films. And how have you seen your role evolve over the years, and how many different ways have you become involved in the Michigan film industry?
Well, the way I've been involved with my acting, I've loved acting too. I started out that when I was 5. And every opportunity that I get to play a different character, to explore a different role, it's just play for me. So I love doing that. And now I'm able to play in different realms. I've been able to play with producing some things. I'm going to be directing a stage play coming up, an original that's being written right now. So to be having the opportunity to play in all these different realms with all these different creative people is really a blessing, and I'm very fortunate to have it.
What is your favorite realm or role to have, so to speak? What is your favorite way to be involved in?
Acting has always been my passion, and that's something that I'm very passionate about. The producing is also pretty exciting because I'm able to help create something that wouldn't exist if we didn't get together and put our minds together and work together to make it happen. So that's a lot of fun too.
So you had a Facebook group with a following of hundreds of actors from film and television in the area that would get the scoop from you. What happened to that Facebook group?
Well, last year Facebook felt that the promoting I was doing was violating their terms of service. I wasn't buying any Facebook ads or anything. I was just doing it the old-fashioned way. And so they kind of closed down my account. The group survived, and I've actually just reopened it back up. And the Michigan Film Actors Network has now converted over to one of the new group formats. I'm still waiting for the rest of the groups to convert over, whether or not they give me that option. But it's there. It also forced me to move over to an email-based system, so a lot of the information I push using an email. So I'm not really held hostage to Facebook, and people can still get the information who maybe aren't even a member of Facebook.
Yeah, it must have been a pain, but you kind of persisted and found other ways to keep in touch and keep your network going.
Yeah, I believe I have to. I mean, the game I'm playing is to live life powerfully and to be unstoppable. And when things come up, adjust a little, get back into action, and make it happen.
Okay. So the Michigan Film Incentive, the 42% tax cut given to big budget films in the area, which has resulted in lots of films being filmed here, is in turmoil.
Yes.
It's in trouble.
Yes.
So what is the state of the Michigan Film Incentive right now?
Well, they put a cap on it, and with that cap, they limited a lot of the productions that were planning on coming to Michigan, a lot of especially the larger budget films. What they're doing now is they're shifting the approval process over to the Michigan Economic Development Corporation, and the whole plan is to make sure that Michigan is getting value for its dollar. And as long as they can demonstrate that Michigan is getting the work and it's benefiting the Michigan residents, then they're going to keep it going. Not only going to keep it going, they're already looking to improve it. Senate Majority Leader Randy Richardville is already introducing new legislation and creating the conversation of what is that going to look like. They're on recess throughout the summer of July and August. They'll be back in September, so still call your legislator, be in conversation with them to know what's going on, let them know that you support the film incentive, and also call Randy Richardville's office and let them know how you've benefited from the film incentive.
So that's what local actors and local talent can do to make their
Definitely.
voice heard, is to call their local legislator.
Yes, that's huge. Not only calling is a great thing, also writing letters. Actually, a letter with a stamp on it is huge because they track those and they have to open them and they do respond to them.
So the films aren't running away, they're not going anywhere, there's still going to be a film tax incentive, right?
There's going to be a tax incentive, and there's going to be more benefit for Michigan producers. If we see some of the things that have been approved with the Michigan Economic Development Corporation, we've seen that Mitch Albom had a movie approved. We see that Elmer Leonard had one of his projects approved. Sam Caddy had The Citizen approved, which he was a local film director who 3 years ago made the first film short under the film incentive. He raised $60,000 and created a film short called Raised Alone. That made a tour of the film circuits. He got a lot of recognition out of that, and then he was able to get a $1.5 million budget feature film created, financed, and approved in Michigan. Just finished shooting that.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
What would you say the outlook is for films in the next couple years?
The outlook is incredible because the whole playing field of the distribution is changing. I was tweeting yesterday with a former Michigan native, Warren Zide, and he has a new platform that he's working on. And this platform is for video distribution. And he does a profit sharing. They charge $1 or $2 to watch a film on the internet. And then they split that share with the independent producers. So these are the kind of things that's going to happen. This is how filmmaking is going to be distributed. And independent producers that make these products are going to be able to get their return from them. So the whole thing is to be in action, keep your eyes open, and make it happen.
So can you tell us a bit about how people can stay informed on what's happening in Lansing?
Well, there's a great association called the Michigan Film First, and that can be found at michiganfilmfirst.com, and that is comprised of a lot of the stakeholders of Michigan. Raleigh Studios is on there, Kinetic Post is on there, S3 Entertainment Group is on there, Grayson Wild is on there, and these are the people that really have a vested interest in Michigan's success. So they've gone forward and they've hired lobbyists, and they've hired a PR firm to actually be in communication with the legislators to let them know the impact that this film industry is having on Michigan already. So if you're interested in learning about that, go to their website, michiganfilmfirst.com.
This has been Caitlin Burt with Billy Whitehouse from Modern Tribe AM News.